BRICS is cooked. Here's a chart of where global growth is coming from in absolute terms. India and China are the engines of global growth. 40% of global growth comes from just these two countries. Brazil, where are you? There, 1.5%. That's because Brazil peaked in 2011 and has stagnated since then. South Africa isn't even on this chart. It's in rest of Africa, because they stagnated in 2011 too. Russia, while very militarily, strategically important for BRICS, has also peaked in 2013. And so the hope for the future of BRICS comes from India and China, naturally. Now there's two problems with this. One, they hate each other. You know why? This one's on China. They cannot get along with India because they are paranoid. They're so paranoid that they purged 6 out of 7 of their own military top brass. If this were to happen in India, it would be considered a national disaster. But in China, where the Communist Party is always paranoid about its power, this is normal. And so if they can't get along with their own military, there's no chance they're going to trust anybody else except when those other countries have no choice but to work with China, like Iran and Russia, who are cut out of the Western system. The second problem is that China isn't going to remain in that spot for much longer. They have already recorded the lowest births on record since 1949, and they're about to fall off a demographic cliff. You're going to say that robots will save them, but they won't. China's TFP numbers are the worst among the big three. Their return on investment is worst among the big three because they rely on a lot of inefficient state investments. All their neighbors hate them, including Russia, by the way, because, see above, they're paranoid and aggressive. Oh, and now they're even more in debt than the United States. And this is worse for them because they don't have the unlimited money glitch of being the world's reserve currency. Between the one-child policy, inefficient state economics, and wolf warrior diplomacy, China is scoring the biggest own goal of this century. I'm not saying they're going to collapse, I'm not an alarmist, but they're very likely going to stagnate, and I guarantee you they won't be in this spot in 2035. In 10 years, this spot is going to be anchored by India alone. And India is not an anti-Western country. It's just signed trade agreements with the United States, with Europe. They're going to manufacture defense equipment for Europe as well, and for Russia.
India is non-Western. India is not anti-Western.
Because India's foreign policy is to be Vishwamitra, friend of the world. We are heading into a very different multipolar world, but unfortunately, BRICS is cooked. And I hate that I have to say that.